The following program is brought to you by Bio and California Healthcare Institute.
My name is Lynn Dowling. I'm a mom and a wife and a business executive and a breast cancer survivor.
Lynn will never forget the day she learned she had breast cancer.
I was pretty devastated.
And the day she learned she could avoid chemotherapy.
When my doctors came along and said that there was a genetic test that I could take that might predict whether or not I even needed chemo, I was thrilled.
All thanks to a test developed by Genomic Health.
This was such a game changer for me because one small test made all the difference in my world.
In 2011, the Golden State was keenly focused on developing diagnostic tools along with treatments to fight life-threatening cancers, neurologic diseases, and a host of infectious diseases like HIV.
Patients are waiting. They're waiting for new therapies. They're waiting for hope. They're waiting for opportunity. And it's not just patients, it's their families.
But a new survey of biotech leaders shows that the recession, economic uncertainty, and a complicated approval process are making the wait longer.
How can, in pursuit of public health objectives, how can the industry and the FDA work together most productively so that time is not wasted?
It's a problem President Obama committed to solving.
Tear down regulations that prevent aspiring entrepreneurs from getting the financing to grow.
Making a public push for less regulation and more innovation. When it comes to biotech, California remains the industry leader. The Bay Area tops counties when it comes to biomedical employment. In 2010, 40% of the jobs were in the medical devices sector, while 31% were in the biopharmaceutical sector. Academic research claimed 14% of the pie. The Golden State has traditionally attracted creative minds, innovators, and entrepreneurs with deep pockets. But all that is changing.
Innovation also demands basic research. Today, the discoveries taking place in our federally financed labs and universities could lead to new treatments that kill cancer cells but leave healthy ones untouched. Don't gut these investments in our budget. Don't let other countries win the race for the future.
Besides access to capital, tax incentives, and corporate taxation, workforce preparedness influences which companies will stay in California. Young companies are looking for new funding sources. Omniox is one such company. It started with a seminal discovery at UC Berkeley lab. Today, Omniox hopes to develop treatments for patients who need oxygen the most: heart attack, stroke sufferers, even soldiers on the battlefield.
So far, we've been funded by the National Cancer Institute. They've provided Omniox with $3.5 million in the last couple of years, and we're expecting another $3 million this year. And we have to go match that. We're going to super angels and high net worth individuals. We're going outside the United States. We're going to hedge funds.
Developing drugs is a risky business. It's an expensive business.
Dr. Tony Coles can attest to what it takes to get a new drug to patients.
Most people don't appreciate that it takes 8 to 10 years between the conception of an idea for a new therapy and the delivery of that therapy to the marketplace, if it makes it.
Once a treatment is developed, it must be approved by the Food and Drug Administration, a long and difficult process.
The review times have gotten longer. The number of studies that the FDA requires is greater, and the expense of undertaking all this work is much greater for companies.
One of the challenges that all regulatory bodies have is keeping up with innovation. And so we would like to see the FDA become more of a partner in thinking through innovation and in investing in regulatory science.
NuVasive is a San Diego-based firm that creates medical devices for minimally invasive spinal surgery.
Last year was the first year that we could only launch 5 products, and that was because of FDA delays.
Sometimes we need a sense of crisis in order to address a serious problem, and we have one right now.
Whether it's a new drug or a life-altering test, the patient must come first.
We're beginning to recognize that while we've come a long way with new therapies, we still have a long way to go, and innovation is at the heart of it.
A simple blood test changed Lynn's life.
If we don't have innovation, we don't have any advances in healthcare.
And future innovation could change 1 million more. The preceding program was brought to you by Bio and California Healthcare Institute.